and get right on into it. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get loaded on in. I'm going to go ahead and get the YouTube side set up. We're definitely getting close to beating this game. Beating this challenge. Because last we left off, we came near Rain for, well, 3 out of the 4 camps, the 4 Ashland camps. And now all we have to do is become Hortator for the 3 great houses. And then, of course, kill Dagother. We'll just have to go eat them. So, yeah. Alright. Now that's sent around. Get this side up so I can see both chats. And we are ready. Alright. So we're still here in the Zainab camp. We just gotta go to the Arab Nisam camp and get started on that go around. But of course we also need to... Oh wow. Just realized how many scrolls we had. I also need to get my endurance fixed up, so we gotta go by Wolverine Hall first. So, you know, I just gotta fly over there. I guess these challenges would take longer if you don't have access to this sort of fast travel BS, like being able to just fly across the entire map like this. Honestly, wind form is just a little busted. But it is very useful. Nice for just getting around the place, you know? And I do believe we are going into Sadrith Mora. Oh, here's Wolverine Hall right here. Okay. Alright. And I do believe the cult area is just up here. Yep, the Imperial Shrine. So I just gotta head in here and find, well, the shrine room.
Any time now.
Here we go. I'm just going to restore attributes. There we go. Alright, personality is nice and boosted. My endurance and strength are back to their baseline. And yeah, my personality isn't perma-damaged. Okay.
Yes.
Now, first things first, first part of business. Need to get a better belt of blursing, because the one I got currently just ain't gonna cut it. Because I accidentally put on touch on the endurance part. So let's see here. No soul gems. Oh, that's lovely. So I'm gonna have to get some kind of soul gem somewhere.
Yes, Argonian.
The finest potions
Alright.
and elixirs in town are right here.
Ah, yes. What is it, Mutsara?
Trying to think.
Can you
I guess
answer
I
the question?
could
I must be going. Oh, Did you want something?
I don't think...
How
I guess I could just go back to
a tourist.
the Balmora
Yes, what
Mage's Guild, just get an enchantment done there. It's gonna be a weaker soul gem, but that should be fine. Ooh, actually, I think I could do the Winged Twilight. Yeah, the Winged Twilight Soul is still here. That's gonna cost an arm and a leg, but I could just... Because if I buy the Winged Twilight Soul, and, I don't know, maybe just around about half of those, I should be able to cut the price down a good bit. And look at that, we got the Winged Twilight Soul. I'll sell these for most of my cash back. I don't think... Wait. I can't afford that much. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the swamp spot would be. Nope. Hang on, I can get a little more than that. Maybe a little more than that. Alright. Getting there. Because I want to try and get as much of my gold back as possible, so... yeah, that should be better. There we go. Nice. 69 mercantile. Definitely better than 6-7. Anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and get all of my money back. In exchange for having the Golden Saint Soul Gem. Or not the Winged Twilight Soul Gem, which is 300 points, which should be pretty nice to have on my exquisite belt here, which is going to have every restore attributes on self. I do believe I can go... Ooh. I think I can go a little further beyond, actually. So, strength on self, make sure all of these are on self. Intelligence. So that's willpower, agility. Speed. Endurance. Personality. Luck. Alright. Let's see here. All this is on self. 5 points. That brings it up to 12 out of 40 enchantment cost. I think I can do a little better. What if I do 8 and everything? Alright, so that brings the cost up a little bit. I can definitely do a bit more than this. I'm going to do 15 in each. Yep. Alright, so all this is on self. Still not cutting it, huh? I'll do 15 to 30, see if that's good. Definitely getting somewhere with this. Definitely starting to get closer to the point. And this should also provide a good bit of restoration here. That's definitely cutting it about as close as it's going to get at 38 out of 40. Okay. And let's see here. Self. Okay. This here's going to be the Blurst belt. And double make sure. So that's on self, 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 that's on self. Just gotta make sure. That looks good. Let's go ahead and get my money back. Shouldn't take too long to get all my money back. There we go. And yeah, I should be able to definitely get all of my money back doing this. Good lord. I love this mercantile exploit. One of the best exploits in Morrowind. Definitely going to ban it from the next run because of how overpowered it is. And let's see here. We're just going to take the better belt, put that on. Yeah, that's definitely a much better belt. And I'm just going to leave the other belt here as a reminder to always make sure that your on-self effects are in fact applied on self. Now, I do have to go back to
I have a feeling you and
I do have to go back to Wolverine Hall so I can continue my adventure back over to the argonian camp. Also, how much Sujamma I have? I got 30. So that should be good enough. Drop save here. Just so we're nice and ready. Take me back to Wolverine Hall.
How interesting.
Alright. Now to fly all the way to the last encampment. Time to do one of the probably one of the toughest out of the 4 encampments. Since this one does have a mandatory fight. Guess seeing how far you can get through the game as a pacifist could also be a fun challenge run. Here it is. Yeah, it's not that far. At least whenever you're using Windwalk, it's not that far. Yeah, as you can see, we got a lot of warriors here in Chitin. We also got a Shulk in the camp. Just wandering about. Crazy they would have a wandering Shulk just hanging out in the camp. Doesn't seem like it was their pet or anything, though. Weird. Alright, well, I'm going to drop save here. Let's go ahead and talk around, see what we can learn. You are the outlander who claims to be the Navarine. You'll find no welcome here, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, why is that? You know the prophecies our Ashcan and Gullikins say they are foolish superstition. There will be trouble if you speak with them. Perhaps you should speak to our wise woman, Monterey. Monterey? Manoray? Over here? Her name is really Manoray. I am Manoray, wise woman of the Arbonisum. Okay, cool. I'm here to get counsel. Oh, I warn you, be wary of Ashcan Ulafpal and his supporters. They all hate Outlanders and love nothing more than to kill them and loot them. They do not respect custom or hospitality, and they think nothing of killing unarmed men, women, and children. They are bad men and bad leaders, and you should fear them. Say, where's this Ulafpal? Oh, he's always in his yurt, protected by his bodyguard, Gullikin Ahaz. I am just a weak woman, and I am sure you would know best, but I would kill Ahaz first, the weaker of the two. And if I had secret magics and powers, I would use them to preserve me while I defend against 2 enemies at once. Tell me about Ahaz. Yep, Ahaz and Ulafpal's faithful bodyguard. Oh, is Ulafpal's faithful bodyguards. He is not strong or skilled as Ashu Ahi, but wherever you see Ulafpal, you also see Ahaz. If you fight Ulafpal, you must also fight Ahaz. Okay, and tell me about Ashu Ahi. Ashu Ahi is a great fighter, the most strong and experienced of the Arbonisum. He wears enchanted armor and boasts that none of the Arbonisum can defeat him, not even Ulafpal.
What do you need?
I see. So what I'm hearing is someone needs to be knocked down a peg. Alright, so let's go and speak to Ulafpal in the Gullikon yurt. Ashcan yurt. Okay. Alright. I'm going to get saved. I'm going to get ready. Going to have to buff up. So I'm going to have to pop a Warrior's Blessing. And then, of course, drink some Sujama, my liquid courage, some good old alcohol. I'm going to drink 10 bottles. That should be enough to... Hello. You're an outlander who claims to fulfill the Neverending prophecies. What do you want? Well, I'm an outlander that claims to fulfill the Neverending prophecies. We know about the prophecies. They are foolish superstition. Really? Really? And, what's your opinion on Dagothur? Dagothur is the devil and the enemy, Dagothur. Okay, so, like, you hate Dagothur. I'm here to stop Dagothur. Wait, are you a healer? No. You have a healer there, though. Well, advice? Oh, wow, you're actually willing to... Wait. Little secret. Southeast of Argonian camp is an old stone place called Tusund. That is where we send outlanders when we are tired of listening to them. What the fuck? Okay, outlander, I have nothing. Okay. What about you? The outlander claims to fulfill the Neverending prophecies. What do you want? I fulfill the Neverending prophecies. No one cares about that. Go away. You just make me just tired. Go away. Can I befriend this guy? Okay, I got 100 disposition with Ulapul. Let's see here. We know about the prophecies. Okay, so even though you really like me, if I have nothing to say to you, I despise your kind, go away. There we go. Here, I'm just gonna kill these guys. I think that's just supposed to make it easier. Oh. Are they trying to blind me and stuff? Oh yeah, and I guess I was suggested to take on his bodyguard first. But I kind of just kicked Olaf Paul's ass. This guy is meant to be terrifying, by the way. He does have like a glass war axe that absolutely tears you to pieces. But I guess I kind of just tore him to shreds, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, time to go talk to his buddy over here, Asha, Ahu, whatever. You slayed one of my people. Yeah, I should still have enough buffs to just tear these guys to shreds. Even though I'm attacking them with a fork. Nom 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 nom. Uh-oh. Buff's wearing off. Can I still take him? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna drink 5 Sujama. And step back in. Come on. Good lord, this guy has a lot of armor. Oh, I ate one of the strongest warriors now. I'll take the Mountain Spirit. That's pretty valuable enchanted item there, whatever. Here, I'll repair everything that's been broken a little. Then I think this last guy, Hanamu, is the last warrior.
Yes.
Wait, where are the... I know that we got... I think it's Ronaby. Yeah, it looks like Ronaby. Yep. This is one of the last warriors. Oh, this guy also has some crazy armor, it seems like. But he's using debuffs and summoning a skeleton. And I mean, Taking him out. I died. Oh great, I died actually. Crap. My last save was actually before. Damn. Alright, well let's try this again. I guess if I start with the magic user. Yeah, the Neverine Prophecy. Yeah, let's see here. So, Neverine Prophecies. Nobody cares about that. Go away. If I just give you a bunch of gold just so I can taunt you. I guess it is easier if I just go for the main guy first. Here, I guess I can step inside. I can Warrior Blessing before starting the fight. And then immediately drink. I'll go 15 just so I can clear this fight as soon as possible. And then immediately open with... I'll just taunt.
You Inma.
Alright. Nom 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 nom. You're tasty. Alright, both those guys were tasty. Gonna steal their stuff. Heal up. Talk to their strongest warrior over here. You're tasty. Yum, 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 no, 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 no. Okay, yeah, Sujamma really does make this a lot easier. All I had to do was just drink a little more Sujamma, and this is just a breeze. And of course, the mage just doesn't have a lot of health to begin with, it seems. Though I did have some special looking items. There we go.
What is this?
Alright. Now time to... I guess assess the situation. Repair everything.
May I help you?
Speak to the wise woman. I can still carry everything. Yes, Outlander, need my counsel? I warn you, be wary of Ashkane Uthapul. Okay. And his supporters, they all hate out. Okay. But I dealt with Uthapul, right?
Go ahead, Abner.
How do I continue from here?
Is there something I can do for you?
Because I know about... We know what the prophecies are. Ashkan Gula can say, foolish superstition.
Is there something?
Okay, I mean, this quest has always confused me, but hey, let's see here. So, Neverine Prophecies. Yep. Want to be Ervanisum never. Not while in his war-loving Ervanisum live. They all hate Outlanders. Yeah, I already took them all out. But before anything else can be done, you must first eliminate Ulanpal. Okay. Now, with Ulanpal and his supporters out of the way, it is a simple matter to be named Neverine of the Ervanisum. All that you need to do is persuade Han Amu to become the Ashkane of the Ervanisum. Seek him out and at his Gulak Yurt. Be prepared, however, Han Amu is not the material one would choose when looking to make an Ashcan. He may be difficult to persuade. Tell me more about Han Amu. It's the son of our former chief, Aaron Amu. But he is nothing like his father. His birth gives him a strong claim to lead the tribe, but of the many virtues required by an Ashcan, he lacks only 3 things: strength, courage, and wisdom.
Yes, Outlander.
Alright, so we need to give him the strength, courage, and wisdom to lead the way. Honestly, that shouldn't be too hard since I just killed the entirety of the Gullikins. No matter what Marini says, I'm not interested. I don't want to be an Ashcan. Hey pal, you want to be an Ashcan? Wait, yes, I recognize it. Ronaby wore that robe. The robe of Uradan the Wise. It was handed down by Ronaby through his family, but what's that has to do with me wanting to be Ashcan? Oh yeah, here, take this robe and it will make you wise enough to stop being a delinquent. Ah, thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the robe that gives me wisdom. It gives wisdom and counsel. It is the idea of the robe that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashcan who wears the robe, the Ashcan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. Give this, this is a sobering lesson, and I must give it thought. Hey, want to be Ashcan? Yes, I recognize it. Ahaz wore that amulet. Sanet kills fire of Heart of Fire. Ahaz had it from his father, and Ahaz's father had it from Kinetu Nilla, and Kinetu Nilla had it from Sanet's kill, a great witch warrior. But what does that have to do with my wanting to be Ashcan? Oh yeah, take this heart, and with it you'll have the courage to stop being a delinquent. Oh, thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the amulet that gives courage in battle, and is the idea of the amulet that gives confidence to the tribe. But it's the Ashcan who wears the amulet, the Ashcan who accepts the responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson. I must give it some thought. Want to be Ashcan? Yes, I recognize it. It is the war axe of my father, the war axe of Aaron Amu. Ulof Paul had it from my father and carried it as an Ashcan. But what does that have to do with my wanting to be Ashcan? Oh yeah, take this axe and it'll give you the strength to stop being a delinquent. Of course, thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the axe that gives strength in war, and is the idea of the axe that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashcan who bears the Ashcan who accepts the responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fates of the tribe in his hands. Now with Ulof Paul dead, I hold the fate of the tribe in my hands, and I must accept that responsibility. Thank you for your lesson. I shall be Ashcan of the Arbonisum, and I shall name you Neverine. Finally, name me Neverine. Thank you, Big Head. I promise that as Ashcan, I shall do my best to amend the dark reputation of the Arbonisum. And as my first action as chief, I name you Arbonisum Neverine, champion of the Arbonisum, and protector of the people. You must also go to the wise woman, Manoray, and get from her the seizing of the Arbonisum, an enchanted heirloom of the tribe, which shall be assigned to all Delmer. That's the Arbonisum I've named you Neverine. Nice! Now we're Arbonisum Neverine.
Yes, Outlander.
Let's just grab our final thing and get out of here, so... Yep. Give me the seizing. Alright, now we can look at all this stuff and drop off what we don't need. So, Seizing of the argonian is telekinesis 50 feet for 30 seconds. I mean, that's pretty cool and all. It's just not going to be used. I got the Ember Hand from that one wizard dude, which is just weakness to fire. Then, of course, we got Bitter Hand, which is weakness to poison, both on target. We got Mountain Spirit, which is a constant effect shield on self 10 points, so that's pretty cool. It gives you extra armor. Same with the Bone Weave Gauntlet, which is quite nice. But of course I'm dropping all of this stuff off. Fortify Agility. Wind of a Hawes. Yeah, that's just a little bit of whatever. And Racer Beak is honestly a very funny one. Just does a little bit of poison damage and has some poison weakness. I think I remember using it on my main Magician run, my main series of Morrowind. Let's see here. So now, with all of that out of the way, it's time for us to get started on becoming Hortitor of each clan. Honestly, since we're so close to the Telvanni, I feel like it would actually be easier to start with the Telvanni. Since we're so close to them, you know? Since we're so close to the Sadrith Mora, and we can just boat around and do all of their quests. I know what we have to do is basically like convince a few people to basically name us Hortitor, and then there's one person you can never convince and you just have to kill them. Honestly, Gothrin's kind of annoying. But we can at least test something on Gothrin when we get to him. So yeah, here we are in Sadrith Mora. This is where we can try and become Telvanni Hortitor. It should be a good place to start with that. So we have the mouths of everyone. I am the mouth of Mistress Thorana. Can you name me Telvanni Hortitor? Oh. Isn't that a special champion and war leader among the great houses? How is a Hortitor chosen? I don't remember exactly, but I'm fairly sure that all the Telvanni counselors must vote to choose a Hortitor. And the vote must be unanimous, since a Hortitor's duty is to lead a great house in war. It stands to reason that the candidates would have to know about war. Let me tell you my story. You'll have to speak directly to Mistress Thorana about this. Her tower, Telbernora, is south of Sadrith Mora, on the southeast point of Azura's coast. On a long peninsula. There's no convenient way to get there. I must also warn you, Mistress Thorana is very eccentric and is often hard to get to keep her attention. You'll do better if you try to keep her happy and not distract her with long arguments. Okay, so I just have to keep her happy and... I remember Mistress Thorana just being quite difficult to handle. I'm not too sure. I don't fully remember what you have to specifically do, but I remember her dialogue being the most ridiculous. It is honestly one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in Morrowind. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to Telbernora. We got plenty of gold.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
So we should be able to easily pull this off. We should be able to easily run over here and do whatever. Oh yeah, and I guess I do also have to get Sujamma for the other bit, but that's fine. I can get Sujamma later when I need to. I guess I could wind walk and just fly straight up to Thorana's chambers right away. But it is fun to climb some of these towers. There are actually like winding hallways you can take to make your way up most of these towers without the need of levitation.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Which I do find quite nice. So yeah, this here's Thorana's chamber. And yeah, you do have to float up just to get up here. And I mean, I should have... Yeah, I still have a couple of bargain rising force, so I can just float up here without needing to spend a full wind form. Here's Thorana
It quick out
and her slave, Razar. Hello, Thorana. What are you here for? Are you here to feed the spiders? Oh yeah, let me, save up here because this could turn sour. I think so. Oh, it's you again. Yep, I'd like to become Horttor. It's a steel box. Of course, you keep things like bitter green roots in it, keeps them fresh with a little netch blood. Or is it Hormador? Yes. Or spiders. In the box. Spider eggs. Keeps them fresh with netch blood. You wouldn't have any with you, eh? So go ahead. Show me the Hortador or Hormandor. You got it with you? Always happy to get some fresh spider eggs or spiders. When I was much younger, we grew up with our own spiders. Okay. So I have 3 options. I can listen politely, I can tell her my story and want to become Horttor, or I can amuse her, then quickly ask to be named Horttor. If I listen politely, and Hormander's big ones needed him, yeah, as you can see, she just goes on about dead spiders and stuff. Continue to listen politely. And Mistress Thorana continues chatter amiably with no sign of stopping. She looks like she could go on forever. Yes, indeed, sustained as she is by necromantic arts, it may be that she can, in fact, go on forever, chattering amiably without stopping ever. And I can continue listening, and listening, and listening, and listening. And it's literally just these two back and forth, which I think is hilarious. Oh god. Well, let's talk about Hormandors. That's boring. It's so boring in here, with no one to talk to, except in Mons Traverse and Muldra Rindris, what's his names? Balls Tardis. And all they talk about is themselves. It's so dreary. It's, if only they'd do something smart or surprising or funny or something to do with spiders, but no, it's just Mrs. Thorana has apparently fallen asleep mid-sentence. Oh, it's you again. So yeah, I'm going to amuse her and quickly digress. Goodness, where'd you learn how to do that? Can you do it again? Ooh, very pretty. Do it again. Oh, please, please. Oh, certainly. I can have a Hormandor around here somewhere. If you'll just, oh, you want to be a Horttor? Certainly. Go right ahead. Right after you do that thing again. That's amazing. Oh, goody, goody. I like to imagine that I amused her by just balancing my fork on my nose. Just... Anyways, time to slip on down Thorana's tower here. Time to move on to the next one, because we just been named Horttor by Thorana. Will you vote for me as Horttor? She said quite clearly. Want to be Hortor? Certainly, go right ahead. When I managed to get... Okay. I think that's a funny note right there. Like, it seems like she doesn't care, but I guess it still counts as a vote. Gotta love Mistress Thrana. She's one of my favorite chaotic entities out here. Ugh. Well, anyways, gotta make our way to the next area. Suppose heading back to Saedrith Mora might be smart, just so we can talk to the other counselors, or the other mouths, grab the other locations, though honestly I feel like I should know where everything is. Like, let's see here. Yeah, it's already just back to Saedrith Mora from here. I know that Tel Naga has another one. That being Neloth. You may recognize Neloth from Skyrim. And I'm not sure. There are some theories that it's a different Neloth, but honestly, it seems like it's the very same Neloth from this game later on in Souls Times and in the Dragonborn DLC of Skyrim. Yeah. Let's see here, and I do believe best way to go up Tel Naga is just flying. Really the best way to go up any of these towers. Though I do like trying finding alternative ways, like just jumping high or something. This here's Tel Naga Upper Tower.
Speak quickly.
Oh god, come on, let me through. This here's Neloth. Whatever you want, the answer is no. I think if you bribe this guy... Alright, there we go. I want to be Telvanni Horttor. Horttor, or leader of the House Telvanni, is that necessary? Why doesn't anyone tell me these things? So, do you want the job? Are you qualified? Good! Then go, ahead. I don't care. Be the Horttor. Now go.
What do you want?
Yeah, he doesn't like people. So he just kind of sends you out abruptly. Uh-oh. Oh god. Well, I just fell down to the Great Hall.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
This here's back out in Saedrith Mora. Nice. Now, I know we got a few more counselors I gotta convince.
Quickly, Outlander.
I know that Gothrin is going to be unconvincible, but we can take him. One of the great things about this, about the Horttor quest for Telvanni, is you can just kill all of the counselors and still become Horttor, essentially. Oh yeah, you're Mistress Dratha. So can I be Horttor? Good grief. We've heard talk about Reborn Nerevar for years, and thought it was just Ashlander superstition. You have to speak directly to Mistress Dratha about this. She lives in Tel Mora, a tower north along the coast. You should be able to find a ship on the docks to take you there for repentance. Oh, and I must warn you, Mistress Dratha doesn't like men, or of any race. I suggest you do everything possible to improve your disposition before talking to her. Yeah, Mistress Dratha just hates men in general. I don't think there's a single... I think maybe Neloth is kind of like that for the women, though I'm not sure. But I don't think there's a single character in the Telvanni Council that's like the opposite of Dratha. But Dratha is the super feminist. She just hates men, so if you're playing as a male character, then she'll just not like you. I don't even know what it's like to approach as a female. I just haven't done it yet.
Speak, traveler.
So maybe she'll have a different reason to hate your character then, or whatever.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Let's see here. So now time to climb this tower. Or just fly. But I'll climb it first.
I really don't have time for this, so make it quick.
Because it's fun to climb things.
What was that?
I feel like Dratha's tower does have a bit of a climbable path. If you know where to look. Like, you can kind of see a bit of a root road sticking out. Like, you can see the same asset over there that they would use for Mistress Thorana's little root roadway. It kind of seems to connect to the backside of this place. So maybe if you go around and go to this area, which does just kind of go up and in. And yeah, you can see that loops outwards and around. I do believe you can just kind of run your way up here if you have enough acrobatics, which I do not. My acrobatics is kind of low, so it's not really good for this sort of thing, so I'm just going to pop a quality rising. And I'm just going to straight up fly to the top of her tower. Though it is always fun to just take a look and see if you can just climb it. Alright, now time to speak with Mistress Thorana. This is going to be fun. And if I remember correctly, this tower actually has an area that's... Oh, you can actually go around this whole place. I tried doing that beforehand and I got stuck in this tower. Huh. Seems like there's a full connection.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this here's Mistress
Outlander, go
Dratha.
away.
What is this man doing here? Is it lost? Yeah, you can bribe her just like you can bribe Nell off. Ooh, 98. Telvanni Hortztor. Oh, Vec. I think it's a man. Now, let's see here. If I hurl myself at her feet, I can plead for a hearing, and I think because of my high disposition, I should actually become Hortztor. Oh, that's so pathetic. Look at the poor bunny. Oh, I suppose now we must be merciful and at least listen to it. I want to be Hortztor? Well, I'm glad we listened. And glad you persisted. So there's something to those old prophecies after all. I should have wondered. I shouldn't wonder. Pig-headed battle mages don't pay attention to Lady Azura's portents as they should. And you are the foretold Nerevarine? Well then, you shall be Hortztor. You have my vote and my blessing. And this scroll will come in handy where you're going.
Make it
Oh, nice. And she does give you a scroll of Summon Golden Saint for this quest, which is absolutely nice. Now, of course, to get down from Thorana Tower, as you can see, I guess I can show the way you could jump up. Like, if you had a high enough acrobatics, you'd probably jump up to that platform. Also, if you had a high enough acrobatics, you could possibly reach this position, get up to that point there. Probably jumping from there to there. Yeah, but like a lot of that stuff requires very high acrobatics. Now I do believe I should head to Telrune next. Or actually, I should head to Boss next, because Boss does have someone I know I can actually get to without needing levitation. And someone who... Actually, no. I should probably speak to him last. Yeah, I'm going to speak to him last, because I know he's the one that's going to actually name me Hortstor fully. So I'm going to head to Telrune. Because this here is where we're going to face against Gothrin. And Gothrin ain't no joke. But we should be able to take him out. I think I can get more Sujamma around here as well, so... Got a trade house. Should have a tavern, yeah, pot and plaster. That's this place up here, isn't it? The Plot and Platter. Yep, let's go ahead and get us some Sujamma. Oh, actually, let me bribe this guy first. Nope. Alright. Now that this guy is nice and bribed, let's go ahead and get some Sujamma. Here, I can bring him up to slightly higher disposition. 98 should definitely be good for trading. I should be able to get some good gold out of this. Alright, let's see here. Looks like we're definitely getting close to a good... Oh, we're leveled up. Here, once I finish getting Sujamma here, I guess I can go steal a room. Alright. Alright, 60 Sujama. That should be good enough. Let's see here. We should have rooms down here. Wait, is this place just a bar? Like with no beds? Yeah, this place has no beds. What the hell? Okay, I guess I gotta pop a squat wherever then. Kinda crazy. Alright, well. Here, I guess, I should start to climb at least. Go up to Gothrin's chambers. Because I don't think Gothrin is actually all that high up the tower. I don't think you need to fly to get to him. You just climb up to his area. Because I think, okay, that goes up this far. We got the tower entry over here. Then through this area. You can go up here to the living quarters.
Where is that slave?
Got people looking for slaves and whatnot. And got someone's bedroom over here.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Oh, a few bedrooms actually. At least a couple of them.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Make it quick.
Okay, I guess go back through the tower entry. So where does Gothrin reside? I guess you really have to fly up to his area, huh? I guess that's just the case with all the Telvanni towers. Yeah, I think that is his place up there. Yeah, why do I have vampire dust on me? I'll drop that. Yep, this here's the upper tower.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
And yeah, this guy's going to basically talk indefinitely. And yeah, he has 2 Dremora with him,
Go ahead.
which is crazy. Now, of course, I'm going to drop a save here. Only someone very successful could afford an outfit like that. Big head, how can I help you? Let me go ahead and bribe this guy real quick. And I'd like to talk about Telvanni Horttor. Yes, I know what a Horttor is. I want to be Horttor. No, wait, let me think. Yes, understand perfectly. Story makes sense. Your proofs are persuasive. But a decision on such a remarkable matter is a grave responsibility, and not to be taken in haste. I need some time to reflect and consider, and to confer with the other Telvanni counselors. Leave me. Yeah, and he'll talk about this indefinitely. So, yeah. It was difficult, but I managed to get the Archmaster to admit that he had no intention of naming me Horttor. Oh, I already got him to admit. He said it was not in Telvanni interest to name an unknown... Okay, cool. So I got the Archmagister to admit that he doesn't want me as Hortator. So that does mean that he's kind of in the way and is a bit of a liability, isn't he? So let's see here. I guess I should cast this light spell just so I can see. I guess that could be a good starting move. Oh, right, let me, there we go. There we go, now I can see clearly. At least clear enough. And of course, we've got the Scroll of Corrupt Arcanics, which should allow me to disable. I got a few of those. That didn't seem to do much, so I don't think his summon there is an actual... His summons here were actual summons. But here, I'm going to go ahead and get the Warrior Blessing set up. And I'm just going to drink... Let's see here, I'm fighting Gothrin. I'm going to drink a full 30 Sujamma. Or actually, I'm going to drink a full 40 Sujamma.
I see this land suits you. We welcome you freely, Captain.
And I died. Instantly. Because I couldn't get through.
May you find me.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. So if I can see... Make it so I can survive. I guess I should just immediately go for it. How well can I go through Gothrin here? Like if I just full on assassinate.
You in.
He's dead. Come on. Alright. Gothrin's dead. Holy crap, that was crazy. He had a bunch of stuff. I think he used this Hellfire Scroll on me. And that's what really killed me. Wow. Okay, so 40 Sujamma basically made that fight nothing. Oh. Right, and we also got his goons trying to kill me, so... Let me just go ahead and clear the room. I should also clear this bed so I can just use it. I mean, Telvanniar might is right, so... Here, let's boost speed, strength, luck on this level up. Oh, intelligence was damaged? How the hell does that work? Here, we're going to, Blurst Belt. There we go. Oh yeah, Sujamma. That's what it was. And I mean, that was insane. Now, do I have a bounty? Nope. Didn't really lose any reputation from that either. See, that's the beauty of House Telvanni. Is all of the counselors or whatnot are like war leaders and warmongers, so their deaths are basically meaningless. Ugh. But hey, that's Gothrin taken care of. That was awesome. Anywho, I guess now I should head to Boss and go speak with the last guy and
I'm waiting.
become Telvanni Hortzor. Because I basically got the entire council to agree to me. Didn't really take that long to do either. I think that was a bit of a record. Like, Gothran did not take long at all. Turns out the Fork is insane. If you have Sujamma. I feel like my next challenge run I should definitely not have Sujamma, because it does kind of make the challenge a little busted. Now, know that we can go through Voss in a bit of a precarious way. We can kind of just climb up these towers here. That is a flame Atronach, so I'm going to run. I do hate that there's a randomly spawning Daedra there. Now we can go through the central tower. We can climb up here. It should take us to a higher vantage point. And it's up here that I cannot see it. Okay. Alright, so I think we need to go a little higher then. Alright, so this is more like it. Remember this here being the position that I would use, so... Whoop. Jump down this way, jump over here. Now I can scale from one route to the other. Climb up this route. See that I made a mistake and go back. Okay, now where actually is it? Because I know it's among the roots here. I know you can straight up jump to it from one of these platforms here. Okay, I'll reload then. I made the wrong path. Took the wrong path. So let's see here. But I know it's possible to do even with a low acrobatics. There's a parkour path you can take. Doesn't require a lot of skill, it just requires a little know-how. Because I do believe it's this area here. I know that you can see it from one of these spots. Is it really this area up here? Okay, it is. Alright, so we gotta go through the southern tower. We just gotta climb. I'm sorry, what? Okay, so I guess that flame Atronach was in that southern tower, and I guess, that that's what that combat music was, but I'm still trying to figure out. I know that I've used an area around here. Oh god. Okay, this seems to be on the right path. It just seems to be a little glitchy. Yep, there it is right there. That's the place. So, yeah, you have to jump from...
I can tell.
Okay, I think I might be able to reach it if I do this right. I know I could just use a scroll of wind form, but this is about principle. This isn't truly part of the challenge run, it's just something that I'm trying to do here just for the fun of it. Because I know I've done it before. So it is right there. I guess you could reach it from that position. Yeah, I guess I could test that out actually. Because let's see here, we can go to the barracks and armory. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, well, we know now that we gotta go through barracks and armory. So that is going this way. I guess it is mostly an acrobatics check here. But I mean, the door is right there. Yep. All you had to do was move sideways. See? Managed to reach it without needing levitation once. Who needs to fly? So yeah, here's Arian. I've heard of you, yes. You are the Outlander who wishes to be the Telvanni Hortzor? I sure am. Hortzor is a special champion and a war leader chosen to lead. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, I understand you are willing to take the responsibility. And I am willing to vote you as Hortzor. I think the other councillors will also cooperate, though some might need a little persuading. Master Neloth already persuaded them, is ill-tempered. Mrs. Strotha, already persuaded her, doesn't like men, and Mrs. Thorana, already persuaded her, is losing her mind. Archmaster Garthrin is another problem. Already took care of him. He will not refuse you directly, but will delay indefinitely. I recommend that you kill Archmaster Garthrin. I have given you my votes. Okay, do I have all the other councillor votes? There we go. I see you've gathered the the votes of all the surviving Telvanni councillors. That means you are now the Hortzor of House Telvanni. I do like how he specifies all the surviving Telvanni councillors. That does mean you can kill all the other councillors except for Arian and still become Hortzor. And I have something for you. It's called the Robe of the Hortzor. It is an ancient artifact that hasn't been used in centuries, but I think you'll be pleased. I wish you luck, Hortzor. I may even pray for you. Yeah, and this robe here, it has Fortify Magicka 20 points for 30 seconds. And with how Fortify Magicka works, not really that strong. Because once that Fortify goes away, then it actually drops your Magicka. And you can actually drop your Magicka in the negatives by that fortification ending early. So it's actually not good. If it was a constant effect, it would be a little more worth it. Alright, well anyways. We can get out of Voss now. We can go to... I guess if we go all the way to Vivek, we should start the Halalu Hortador quest line. Which shouldn't be too bad. Lalu Hortador isn't quite as bad as Telvanni Hortador in my opinion. And not quite anywhere near as tedious as Redwin Hortador. So let's see here. I can immediately head to Sadrith Mora. Then from Sadrith Mora, I can go straight to Ebonheart. That's actually pretty far. Then I can go from Ebonheart to the Vivek Foreign Quarter.
What do you want?
There we go. So yeah, this here's Vivek. And it just so happens that the Halalu Canton is basically the Halalu outlook. So yeah, we can just go to the Halalu Canton right here.
Go ahead.
And we can just head on up. Crazy to see how far we've gotten in such a short time span. Here's the Halalu Plaza. Now I know the Halalu counselors are a bit more tedious than the Telvanni counselors. They're a bit strewn about the place. But, of course, we're going to have to rip off the Band-Aid with this guy. Because in Curio Manor is the guy, Crassius Curio, who happened to have written The Lusty Argonian Maid. Which is basically the Elder Scrolls equivalent of 50 Shades of Grey. And he's a bit of a freak.
I haven't much time.
And I'm also playing as an Argonian, so... yeah. Yes, I'm Crassius Curio, but you can call me Uncle Crassius. You see right there. Yes, that's my name, but it sounds like music when you say it. Can you name me Halalu Hortador? A Hortador is a great house war leader. It's an ancient tradition. You want to be Hortador? A pity Orvestrin does not want you to be Hortador. And very few counselors will be willing to risk Sadrin's disapproval. But if you were to give me a small gift of 1,000 drakes, I might reconsider. There we go. That was a thoughtful gift. How did you know? Gold? It's just what I wanted. And now it's time for your gift. You have just what you want in my formal capacity as counselor of House Lalu. I give you my votes for the title of Hortador. Perhaps I can give you a little suggestion. Oh yeah, what's that? I am sure you can persuade Drambureau to support you as Hortador. If you can find him, Orvestrin has Nevan Ulis and Valendar Amani in his pocket. You might want to make him make a little trip to the Drin plantation before talking to them. And then there's Yingling Half-Troll. Oh boy, what's Yingling's deal? Yingling is a foreigner like me, but he simply doesn't understand the Dunmer like I do. If you were to dispose of him, the other counselors would not be upset. If you kill any of the rest of us, of course it is a different story. He lives in Yingling Manor in the St. Olms canton. Yeah. So, You know, it's funny. Usually this guy wants you to give him a kiss. But instead I just gave him 1,000 drakes and he shut up. That is actually, kind of rare. I wonder if it's because he didn't really like me in particular. I guess I almost always, do a little bit of halalu stuff, so by the time I get to him, he either wants me to give him a kiss or strip naked. Because he's a freak like that. Now, I do know where these two individuals are that are in Vivek, being Yingling and Ordrin or whoever. So, I'll just go deal with them real quick. Yingling just wants gold. I have plenty of that, so it's no real biggie. And the other guy just lives in an abandoned house that has a lock on it, so I just have to open it up, which I did choose the tower sign, so again, no real biggie. I think it is a 50 lock, so I should be able to get through it. This here's Saint Deline, or Dellen, or whatever. I think Yingling Manor is... Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got an invisible guy here in Saint Deline. I don't think this is the right place. I think it is St. Olms. Yeah, that guy's just stuck invisible. Can I actually end this quest by using the other spell? Hang on. If I used a spell on him, will that actually work? Because I have these Dispel Scrolls. Arcanics. Oh, yeah, let me,
Watch yourself. We'll have no trouble.
Nope. Seems like that's a very stuck-on spell there. It's probably a constant effect or something. So yeah, he's like invisible. And he actually has a little quest for you. Actually, there's a lot of random side quests around Vivek. I think it's kind of cool. Bethesda actually made Vivek one of the best little places you can go through. Let's see here. Yep, Olms Haunted Manor. Now, Yingling Manor should be somewhere around here. Yep, Yingling Manor. This is where the Giga Chad Star lives. And just behind this door is where Yingling can be found. I can sit here for an hour to get all my fatigue back. And I should be able to just get the Orc Sword title in no time. Yeah, 2,000 drakes. That's a touching story, but if you don't have 2,000 drakes, you won't get my vote. Yep, here you go. Nice.
You're on your honor.
And you see, like, for most players, 2,000 drakes would be a big deal. When you have 30k in the bank just from doing a merchant build, then yeah, you kind of just speed run through a lot of this stuff. Just throwing money at all your problems until they all go away. Yep, and look at that, a 50 lock. Alright. He just broke into here. I do believe he's hanging out here. There he is, Dram Bureau. I take precautions to ensure that I am not easily found. I see I'll have to take more precautions, but what can I do for you? Make me Halalu Hortstor. Well, you found me. That means you are resourceful. Yes, I'll vote for you as Hortstor, but my vote alone means nothing. Yingling is a fool. You may bribe him or kill him. Kratis Curio is a man of passion and can be manipulated, but Valana and Nirvana are Orvestrin's creatures. They will do nothing without his approval. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go kill... I'm gonna have to go and kill Orvestrin now, because I know that his thing is quite brutal. Though he himself shouldn't be too hard to do. I mean, 20 Sujama should be able to clear him out, I think. So yeah, we just gotta go to Drin Plantation real quick. Then of course go find the other two Lalu Council halls. So yeah, Windform. Just fly north of here. About as fast as we can. And Drin Plantation should actually be just right about here, if I remember correctly. I think there's a few plantations around here. There's definitely a few plantations around here, but, oh, is this it? Nope, this is Suran. But if we're by Suran, I'd figure maybe Drin Plantation is not that far. Like, we definitely have a lot of land to cover. Here, I'll pop another wind form. I know the generalized area on where all these plantations are and whatnot, and all these counselors and whatnot, but like... Oh, here's Arville. I think Arville is just on the other side, or like just right next to Drin. Here we are, Drin Plantation. Drin's Villa. This here is... Yeah, Drin Plantation is a bit of a raiding house. Like, this is a great place to just come and attack at some point in any good playthrough. But Orvestrin himself hangs out up here. And he is one tough motherfucker. Let me tell you. Let's see here. So we're gonna need a warrior's blessing. And I'm just gonna drink... I'm gonna drink all 20 Sujama here. This should be enough. Lalu Hortstor to defeat Dagother and bring peace to Morrowind. You want peace? Like the peace of the grave? we've had since the tribunal betrayed us and signed the armistice. Degathur has made me a better offer. The Sixth House will rise again and crush the Empire. Yep. And time to just eat Orvistrin. Nom 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 nom. Oh god, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Alright, yeah, he does a lot of damage. Okay. Might actually be smart to... Yeah, he has a spear. Spears hurt. Alright, let's see here. I do have 1 vitality left. I guess I do also have a golden saint I can summon. So yeah, if I summon in my golden saint... Drink all my Sujama.
I have you.
Oh, nice! And the golden saint had a jinx blade. Nice. And of course there's Orvistrin's key. Well, that was fun. Oh, but the key doesn't open up his desk, right? Yeah, Orvistrin does have a lot of loot, though, that you can go through. Let's see here. There's just all these areas leading to Drin Plantation. Now, I don't think Orvistrin's key is going to free anyone. And I mean, freeing slaves isn't per se part of this challenge, but like...
You want something?
Yes.
I can't talk to the slaves
Why
about
do you
going
disturb
free? What? Interesting. Alright, well, I suppose now I should probably fly on over to the other areas. The other counselors. I do believe it's... Hang on. Let's see here. Half troll. Let's see here. If I go to the topics here, follow counselors, follow Hortor. Okay, let's see here. So. Certainly won my votes. Just use your charm on the other Halalu counselors, I'm sure. Okay. What thoughtful gifts. Okay, a little suggestion. I think that's where he said it. I am sure that you can persuade your Bureau. Okay, so as Navina, Ulis, and Amani. Valanda, Amani, and... Okay, so Amani and... Yeah, let's see here. I do think they're on this side of the area, so like they're definitely strewn about the place. Do you believe you actually find one of the houses here? Yep. Omani Manor. So this is where one of them is.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
At least one of them lives.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Alright, I want to be... Hort's duty, Olu Hortstor. Yes, Big Head. I just heard of Orvestrin's unfortunate death. As for your request to be named Hortor of House Lavlu, I believe there will be no further delays. You have my votes, and I'm sure you'll be able to persuade the other counselors as well. Once all the counselors agree, speak to Crassius Curio, and he'll give you the belt of the Hortstor. Yep. So now we just gotta go, I think, north of here to the last manor. So this here's Omani Manor. I think Ulysses Manor. And I do believe it's either a little south of here or a little north of here. I do believe both manors are actually quite close together. I do remember them being out in this generalized area. There's that manor. I think the other one is up here, actually. Old Sotha. Huh. Okay, Daedric Ruins. Doranas. Hang on. Let's see here. Wolvice. Nope. It was, little suggestion. Yeah. So, Omani and Navina Ulis. So yeah, I gotta find Ulis Manor. I do believe it is out here somewhere. Laura's, nope. Got a Dreamer out here. Keep dreaming, Dreamer. Nope, this is not Ulis. Oh wait, isn't Ulis like next to Drin Plantation or something? Yeah, like this here's Drin Plantation. I think I remember seeing on the wiki that Ulis lives like next to... That's Manats. Arvel? Yeah, I know of Arvel Plantation. I guess I could look it up. But at the same time, I'm trying to... Crazy to see that Pelagiad is literally right here next to Drin Plantation. Oh boy. Got loading screens and stuff going. Oh, here it is. Ulas Manor. Yeah, you see, I knew it was in this general area.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Alright, I would like to be Lalu Hortstor. Ah, yes, you want to be Hortstor? Sure, I think that's a very good idea. You'll be a very special Hortstor, is that okay? Do I need to say anything official? Here, how about, in the name of House Lalu, I hereby say you are a Hortstor of this house, House Lalu. I hope that's right. Once all the counselors agree, make sure you see Crassius Curio. Nice. So I got all the counselors on my side, except for Orvestrin, who's 6 feet under now. I had to eat him. Yeah, just had to. I was getting hungry. Alright, and here we are in Vivek. And this here's the Redoran side, or the Hlalu side. Hlalu Plaza. This is where we'll find Curio Manor.
I'm waiting.
Time to become Hlalu Hortstor. And then I guess wrap up and we'll become Redoran Hortstor next time. We've actually done quite a good bit. So yeah, Hlalu Hortstor. All the counselors agree. Splendid. I'm so happy for you. What an honor. But no more than you deserve, Pumpkin. Now, now I have a little treat for you. It's a belt given to the Hortstor of the House Hlalu. Just snug it around that supple little waist. Now I want you to have important things to do, but don't be a stranger. Don't neglect poor lonely Uncle Crassius, your devoted admirer. And yeah, we get a belt that has constant effect, Fortify Magicka. So between the Hlalu robes and the belt of the Hortstor, you would get a good boost of Magicka. But like, the Magicka boost from the Telvanni robes is only temporary, where the Hortstor robes is the Hortstor belt is a constant effect. So it's a better effect since you choose when you no longer need that boost. You put it on to give yourself a boost, and then when you don't need it anymore, you can take it off. And then, of course, rest up and get all of your Magicka back. And what we're going to do is save up here. We've made some good progress. I feel like we're getting close to a good place to wrap things up, so I feel like we can wrap things up now. And next time around, we're going to go and become Redoran Hortstor, grab the tools of Kagrenac, and go devour Dagoth Ur. But that's all going to be in the next episode. That's all going to be next week. That's going to be it for the rest of this week. That's going to be it for the rest of the stream. This has been your bro Frostbrew, and I think I'm going to catch you on the next one. Later! And for those of you who are on the Twitch side, stick around. We're going to go find someone to raid.